All right, welcome back, skeptics and believers. It's time to take another scary dive into the paranormal. This is Tales in the Night, so sit back, relax, and let's crack open the vault to begin.
This woman opened a portal and got it all on camera. Check it out.
It said that this girl went missing back in 2001 after recording this video where she placed two mirrors together and something really strange happened.
Something really strange going on here, and if something ends up happening to me, I just hope that this video can maybe explain it. Okay, so I have these two mirrors in my room. As you can see, they're pretty normal looking mirrors, but I was cleaning and I had them kind of set up like this, and I noticed something really weird. Just watch. See, when you look through the mirror into the other one, it becomes like a window.
I don't know if people know this or not, but facing two mirrors together is something you just shouldn't do, and it's said to open portals or bring in really bad energies or spirits. Sometimes good, but usually bad.
And there's this huge warehouse, grocery store or something down there. But wait, it gets even crazier. Watch this. Wait out for the moment of truth. 3, 2.
I know a lot of people want to believe this, and that's okay. I applaud you for wanting to believe it, actually, because there is something to say about two mirrors facing each other. But let me say this, is that I live in a house that the master bedroom has a vanity on one side and then a vanity on the other side, and it has sinks, one sink on one side, one sink on the other side. Big, massive mirrors. Those mirrors face each other. Now, have we had some weird experiences? Yeah, sure. So I agree, but I don't know if that's the mirrors. It could also be the house. I've never had this happen to me, though. I've never had something like this where all of a sudden just magically in one of the mirrors, a portal opens up. The other thing I look at is how would you fake this? How recent has this been recorded? This looks old. Okay, so this video looks like it's old. I don't know how long it's been circulating around. This is the first time I've seen it. It makes me think in terms of if this was filmed in the late 90s, early 2000s. So let's say that this could be 20 years old as a video. If that's the case, then the tracking on this, okay, and what I mean by tracking is if you're going to fake something, the movement of the camera as it's moving, as it's shaking, whatever you're faking, like the portal's being faked, has to track with that movement so that way there's no clear distinction that it's fake. Right? Because in real life, if you were to move the camera and there's a portal sitting in front of you, it's going to move no matter what, right? That portal's going to move. So that's what I'm trying to say is that I think it's interesting because they're using the whole putting two mirrors together thing as a way to create a portal to another, dimension? I don't know. I guess we'll keep watching and figure this out.
1.
People believe that she entered the back rooms and she's an SPC now.
Well,
There are no such thing as the back rooms. So, people say that. What's interesting is when I look, look right here where I paused it. Look at that shelf. That shelf almost doesn't look real. Something is off about it. If you look from the way that the shelves are going across from left to right, and then look at how they are depth-wise, where's the corner connection? There is no corner connection to that, really. I mean, it seems off. And so it seems almost AI because the shelves themselves almost look a little liquidy. They don't look straight or perfect like any shelves that would be in a store. So this could be AI. So we have to decipher that as well, too. We don't know, because since I've never seen this, and trust me, I have seen a lot of videos over the years. You got to understand, I'm 44 years old. I've seen videos that came out of the early 2000s that were on the internet, 1999. As a matter of fact, I'll pull up one of those videos here in another episode, I will find that video and I'll pull that up to show you guys. But my point to this is we got to decipher if these things are legit or not. This one I'm going to say is probably AI. I don't, unless guys, think about this. There could be the option, let's check the option of a possibility that inside another dimension, a hyperspace dimension, everything looks like AI because it's not it's like there and it's not there, right? So it's like it's there, but it's not real, but it's not really there. It's a different reality of how things mix. So that could be something to think about too. Almost like, I've pictured the way that I dream and how I explain what a dream is the way that AI creates video, if that makes sense. It's very fluid like, okay? It's like you're looking at something, you can see certain parts clearly, but you're not focusing on the intricate parts of it. And when you're not focusing on the intricate parts of it, you get this blurred line, like it's there, but it's not there. And that's what this could be if it's legit. I don't think it's legit, but let's keep watching.
What is this place? Hello?
Sounds kind of like a filtered microphone effect, like a chorus type, echo type filter. I'm just saying, I don't think that that's legitimately what your voice is going to sound like if you were to enter a realm that is completely open like this. I mean, it doesn't sound that way when you go to Costco, right? So when you're in a big building, your voice doesn't sound that way. So why would it sound that way here? Unless it's something to do with the reality distorting the voice, if this is real. Which I don't think it is.
How far does it go?
Yeah, if you look at the shelves, everything looks like a mess of things. There's no detail. She's counting on the fact that, or whoever made this is counting on the fact that you're not going to notice that. Chances are it's AI, though. Interesting. So the camera comes back, but she doesn't come back. So she falls, something falls, and then it's almost like there's a transition here because look, right in the frames, you got that frame to that frame, and then that's looking up at the ceiling, and then it's down on the ground. So that's, I don't know if that other bed is a mirror. That's a good question. And I see a shadow back there on the wall. If you look on that wall, there's a shadow that is moving right there. So look back on that, I don't know, what would you call that? Salmon colored wall. Look back on that wall and watch. See, it's like a shadow that's moving. See? Somebody's placing that camera down. So that looks like a mirror. That's the bed. That's the camera. Guys, we got to be smart about this stuff. Anyways, let me know in the comments down below what you think, but that's what I take as what it is. Hey, so if you're enjoying this video and the stories that we are watching are spooky enough for you, then please hit that like and subscribe button. It would help me out a lot, and I can keep making this type of content for you. Plus, don't forget to check out my new book, Tales in the Night, Volume 1. It's currently released on Amazon, and it's free to Kindle subscribers, okay? So it's a great read for those dark and stormy nights.
These are Aztec Death Whistles, and they make crazy screaming sounds, and I'm going to test all 6 of them out. If you guys want to grab a whistle for yourself, just click the orange card on the bottom left of the screen.
Of course, right? Okay, here's the thing, and here's why I didn't even know, obviously. I didn't know about that, so I apologize. But obviously, yeah, he's trying to sell his Aztec Death Whistles, scream things. Here's the thing. The reason why I did this is right when I saw it, and I haven't seen the whole video until now. When I first saw it and it popped up, I said, you know what? That's going to be interesting because we hear so many screams in some of these videos that it makes me wonder, like, who's screaming like that? Who screams like that? And so therefore I think, is it a creature? Is it a monster? Is it some kind of portal demon? I'm not saying they don't exist, okay? Trust me, I'm a believer, but I tend to be a little bit more skeptical so that way I could get to the meat of the reality of it in order to believe more. So my thought on this was, when we watch some of those videos, now we know that they sell these things. So I was just going to say, where would you pick one up? Well, obviously you'd pick one up from this guy. He makes them, he sells them. So then the question becomes, are some of these people who videotape the screams in the woods, do they just have a buddy go out into some back area, right, behind some trees, and then they're out there and they're like, you know, I just heard something. Did you hear that? Listen. And then you hear the scream. It's like, oh, I got to run, you know, and you got to go. I like it. And I like the idea of having this to create a story of things, okay? Especially if I were going to create a story about, like, you know, something that reminds me of Scooby-Doo, right? Where there's a villain who's trying to mask his evil doings by creating scary things in order to distract from what they're doing. And people do that, guys. I mean, this is reality here. People do that. That's why I included this.
She was home alone sleeping around 1:20 a.m. when someone tried to get in. Terrified, she reviews the CCTV footage and sees a creepy man trying to open people's doors. This is why you always keep them locked.
Okay, so real quick, what I'm looking at is this girl who lives in this apartment here. Okay, we saw the rattling on the door, and that's creepy. I gotta admit, that's creepy. Not in a spiritual concept or demon-possessed anything. It's just creepy. I mean, if you have somebody trying to break into your house, you know, that's a scary thing, okay? So I'm not trying to discredit the video on that, but I'm just curious as to why they say that she looked at the CCTV cameras. Is this her house? Is this her house? No, it's not. This is an apartment building. How does she have access to that? So how does she go and look? Does everybody just have access to this thing? And then I think, okay, camera 3, there's some creepy dude, and he goes in. Is this the same guy, though? That guy's tall. This guy looks a little bit shorter. He's wearing a hoodie. This guy's wearing almost like a hat, it looks like, and he's just opening up doors. It's like a leather jacket. This is more of a hoodie jacket. You see the difference? And he's just going around opening up doors. Doesn't show the date. The only thing I see down below, if you guys look, there should be that, it looks like 62P, and then it says 1-1. But if we go here, this footage that comes from here is showing, it looks like showing 0103 of 23. It's almost like you have to read it backwards. So here's my point to this. Okay, is somebody's taking clips and they're making a scary story based off of it, and then they're probably taking this as well too. So this could be something totally different as well. I'm done with this, but anyways, I don't know. But put your comments down below for me and let me know what you think. I think this is a bunch of videos just spliced together. So trying to be creepy, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with, telling a creepy story. It's just that when we try to make things as reality, that's where I tend to throw on my skeptic hat on things and try to look for the little fine details that we can see.
Person claims on Unilad this is an alien base, and so obviously that caught my attention. And so I was watching this video, or I was reading this article. I came all the way out here to find out for myself, because these people don't post themselves hiking to these places, and there's no answers. There never will be answers for a lot of this stuff because most of it's just so remote. But this one we can actually see, use binoculars.
Okay, I'm going to stop this right here. I know I typically like to watch through these just in case, but I do want to stop this because I want to say this guy's pretty smart. This is something that I would do. Notice how people say there's something on a satellite. They say that it's something that is there, but they never go out there and they never take a look for themselves. This guy's saying, I just decided to come out and look for myself. So I applaud this man. What a good idea.
And unfortunately you can't use a drone on National Park land, but at least maybe we can solve one mystery of the Grand Canyon. So let's go.
Before setting out, I wondered how I would get there. The terrain looked steep and likely inaccessible. Consulting a map, I plotted a route that would allow me to hike to a vantage point directly across from the entrance. From there, I planned to use binoculars to get a closer look. I live pretty close to the Grand Canyon, so it was easy for me to make a day trip out of this mystery.
It's beautiful. I like that. It's really pretty.
Enough messing around.
Yes,
It was
please.
time to figure out where that secret, ancient Egyptian alien entrance was located.
So supposedly that entrance is right below me. So I'm gonna circle around and get a view of it from this other side.
Interesting. 1.25 mile, huh? Wow. Oh, what? I mean, you've got to be kidding me. I waited all that time for that. Is this guy...
She saw her two old dogs that passed away, playing in the afterlife. A young woman named Julie posted a heartwarming clip on TikTok of her two dogs playfully running around the living room. But what her viewers didn't know was that her two dogs sadly passed away over 2 years ago. It seems like Julie's pets are still having fun together, even in the afterlife.
This could be legit, but it's hard to tell because sometimes security cameras can pick up actual legitimate animals and they look transparent. Okay, they look pixelated or they look ghostly, right? And so it's actually part of the camera, especially when it's at night, which any kind of night vision, which this is infrared. So it's shining a light down and it's trying to pick something up. If you look at there is a dog sitting on the chair right there. There's a dog. She obviously has more animals. She didn't just have the two. These dogs, these ghostly dogs are running in. Does the other dog look at them? No. The other dog is not is not seeing them. Look at that. Interesting. That is interesting. I like that. Okay. Enough with that. Let me know your thoughts down below on that one. I will say this. When we had our dogs die, we had two, very similar. They died close to each other, about 1 month apart. And I had dreams about them, which was really interesting. I never even had dreams when they were alive about my dogs. So the fact that I had dreams afterwards and they came to me and they came just like this, it was just like they were there just playing, just hanging out. So I like this. I mean, it's nice. It's cute. It's comforting to think that, in the afterlife, the animals have a chance to be there as well. So I like that.
There's an actual design towards projecting, so take a look. Literally outward, okay?
Interesting. Have you guys ever heard of this hydrokinesis?
Literally outward from where I am sitting.
He stopped doing that, and it stopped. Now you can clearly hear the wind pick up, and look at the wind direction. Let's say he was facing north, hypothetically. If he's facing north and he's pushing his hands out northward, that wind comes in from the west, moving to the east, but then look, it starts pushing up to the north. See how that water moves up to the north? He's projecting outward, he says. And he stops, and look. It's like it stops moving. Well, you got me, but it's definitely a good idea for a story that I like to write, maybe in Tales in the Night Volume 2 or Volume 3. So I like that. Really cool. Is that a bull? Okay, turn this down. That music is horrible. Is this a bull? Is this a bull that's underneath there? Is that a bull? Like a dead bull? It looks alive. It's moving its head. Well, what the heck was it, Edgar? Huh. Interesting. Let me know what you think it is. I thought it was a bull. It looked like a bull, but then it almost looked like a fish or something that had horns. What a weird freaking thing.
Joe. Oh. Ah. You all right? Yeah. Ah. I heard my shoulder. Are you okay? Yeah. What is that noise? I heard Daniel. I heard somebody say Daniel.
Oh, you know where this is coming from? It's coming from upstairs.
Oh, my shoulder.
Did it say, what do you want?
Hello? Hello?
I guess I kind of heard it say, what do you want? I guess I kind of heard her whisper. I'm wearing headphones, so I'll try to keep it not too loud for you, but enough that you could listen.
What was that?
I don't know. That was weird. That was really weird.
What do you want?
What do you want?
I said, what do you want?
I straight heard that. I heard that. Do you see? There's nobody there. I mean, there's nobody there. Like, there's just these two guys. So unless they want to set it up by having somebody up at that attic, I like that. I've never had that happen, though. I've never heard, well, I could take that back. I have heard some things before, but they're usually indiscernible. That was pretty clear. So let me know down in the comments what you think, if these guys are legit or not. Holy. What is that something up there? What is that? What is that thing? Why are you covering yourself up? What is going on? Get out of bed. Go check that out. Oh, real? Oh, is there something under the bed now? Oh, okay. Never mind. Oh, well, that does look creepy. Oh, man, that looks creepy. Oh! Run, man, run. I don't know. It's exciting. Definitely, I like stories. I like things that build up that suspense. I really do like that, even if it is fake. I really do like that. So let me know in the comments what you think. I would, in my opinion, I would say that it's fake. I don't know why. There was no speaking. There was no communication of anything. So, in other words, if I'm trying to film something, I would be talking. I'd be like, hey, I just heard something outside my door. This is what I heard. Listen, listen. And then, boom, boom. And then if the door opens and I see that creepy thing, then it's like, holy SHIT, what was that? Right? And that's how I think that you would film in real life if you're going to film. I think the majority of people don't film their encounters. Flight, right? Fight or fright. That's what I say. You know, sometimes you freeze. You don't even think about getting your camera out. Interesting. Let me know in the comments down below what you think.
I don't have a cat. Come here, kitty, kitty. Oh my God, I thought that was a motherfucking cat.
See? Yeah, so there's a thing that's called Pareidolia, and that's why I put this in here, is because it looks like a cat from a distance. And he's like, I don't have a cat. And then all of a sudden it's his shoes. And he laughs and he thinks it's funny. There's a reason why I put that in here. And so we'll get to that here in just a minute.
Take a look at what they found in the Grand Canyon.
Here we go. We're going to get to it right now.
The 20-foot tall Grand Canyon people that the wedding couple found earlier this week that scared them away? Well, this is the creature. It is an unidentified creature. It's known to be very violent. It seems that we don't know any more information, that it came from an...
Okay. It's great that we have social media. It's great that we have these abilities to talk about things. However, don't believe everything that you hear. This is another case of pareidolia, right? That's what I was just showing you with the cat. So they seem to think that this is a creature sitting there. There's a face, right? It's sitting, you can see its legs. It's probably a giant rock creature kind of a thing. It's just a rock formation, essentially, that over time it created this look that we see it as that, okay? So and 20-foot tall Grand Canyon people, that's not 20 feet tall. Buddy, that is like, I mean, that's got to be, what, more than 100 feet? It's got to be. I'm trying to think of how small people would be on that face of that cliff. Anyways, you know, he's trying to say there was a story about these tall creatures, and maybe we can find that and get into that for you. But aside from this thing, this is just that pareidolia, okay? That's all it is, just like the cat that turns out to be Snickers. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. And love to hear from everybody what they think about this, for sure.
Taking place inside someone's apartment, a man immediately stops what he's doing to record this video, as it was just now that stuff started moving.
And just stuff is moving, right? So this has moved. I thought it was because maybe one of the things is stuck in the blinds, and I closed the blinds, but that was one thing. The bike then fell.
Within the span of 30 minutes, things just started moving on their own. This is something that commonly happens, but not once has it ever been caught on camera. But on this night, something happens that scares the living daylights out of the man. Hoping to get something on camera, he captures this.
And I'm just kind of now trying, I tried to film other stuff when the bike moved, and I deleted that video because nothing happened. But I'm just, trying to see if I'm going mad and want to catch something. I've noticed things in this flat for quite a while, but I've always put them down to like neighbours' noise or whatever it might be. But this is the first time I've kind of actually seen things move. But yeah, so I don't really know. Move one of the leaves here, move one of the leaves there, I don't know, whatever you want to move. Move the bike again, or the remote here. Don't be scared. Although I am a little bit scared. It's one of those horrible situations where you kind of want something. There is no way. I'm so glad I got that on recording. I don't know, I'm coughing all of a sudden. Holy oh my god, I can't believe I actually got that on film.
Okay, so real quick, I do believe this. And the only reason why I say that is because here in my studio, you can see this is my basement. There's stuff that's back here. These books, things like that. Things have moved before. All of this stuff. See this stuff back here? All of that has moved. I've had things move on me. I've had things make noises back here, especially late at night. I've had things, I'll have to get a shot to show you one day my fake tree that's on the other side. That's fallen over many times. And I've propped it up to where it can't fall over. And sure enough, it falls over. So I've had stuff like this happen. And of course, my skeptical mind says it's probably just nothing, more than anything. It could just be mice moving stuff and then knocking things over. I don't think so, though. We don't have any of that. But what I'm saying is that I try to think of those things first before I go into paranormal and ghosts and things like that.
After watching this, you can't tell me parallel universes don't exist. Check this out.
Okay, I'm confused about this backyard here. Like, this is supposed to be my backyard, right?
Okay.
And then when I go downstairs, I know it's not going to be the same.
Yo, watch this.
I'm literally confused.
Can anyone explain that?
I swear.
Stay weird, y'all.
Yeah, I can explain it. You have, number one, she's walking out. There's a trash bag right there. There's a trash bag right there. They're dumping the trash bags over. So they probably did some type of cleaning after a party. Tons of beer cans, tons of cans, things like that. Soda cans, whatnot. That's what that is. They set this up, and then they come back through, and then they don't walk through the house. They cut it. It cuts to the downstairs, and then it cuts again. And then after this, they open the door, and see all the cuts here that are getting up to it. And then there's the backyard. There's a tree stump with some potted plants. Let's go look back here. See if is there a tree stump back there? Okay, so I see the tree stump next to the garbage can, it looks like. So it is the same. It is the same backyard. There's a fence with a door there, let's see, with a gate. But see, there's a refrigerator there. See, look at all that stuff. It's almost like somebody had a before and after shot of a house that they had bought that they had to renovate. So they're renovating the house, and it's like a before and then an after shot is really nice. And then it's like the cuts show that there's not a continuous motion through. So let me know what you think. I don't think it's legit. I like how people try to do this because I do believe in parallel universes, and I do believe that there are like rifts in time. As a matter of fact, I'm doing a holiday Tales in the Night special that has a story about like a time loop through a rift. So I do believe in that. I do. And I think it's really creepy. And I think that there's a possibility of stuff like that happening. I don't think this is legit, though.
Have you ever heard the saying, if it flies, it spies? Well, you're going to want to take a look at this video. This comes from a witness who was out on his terrace and he noticed something weird in the sky. What appears to be a seagull flying around, flashing a blue light as if it's coming from the inside of the seagull. Now, he checked the streets to make sure that there was nobody down there flashing it with some sort of laser. There was no storm. It wasn't being hit by lightning. He has no explanation for this. But it almost makes you wonder, is this some sort of spy bird?
This goes back to one of the previous videos. Okay, so in the previous videos that we did, the bird that was calling. Okay, so if you go and you watch that, check that out. I think it was episode 3 on that one. So if you go and you watch that, you'll see that it's calling, but it sounds like a radio, like a person talking through the radio. And I called it as legit. I thought that was real life, but I gave it some skepticism to saying that it probably was just the way that it was calling, the way that it has its own bird call. Maybe it was sick. Maybe something was wrong with its voice box. So that made it sound like it was a radio, but it's not really radio. This is a little bit different. I mean, how is this reflecting light, or is it emitting light? Is it emitting light down from it? This seems pretty interesting. I don't know about this. I mean, see, clearly it's not there, but then there is more here, right to there. This also could be, an effect, not necessarily CGI, but something that is overlaid on the bird itself. Like somebody took a video of a bird and they overlaid this, they edited it, is what I mean by that. That's possible. So let's keep our skeptic hats on, but let's keep going.
I have a really weird story. So this guy, his name is Cliff High. It was 1997. He developed this software program called WebBot, and what it would do, it would scan the entire internet, collect data, it would make predictions for the stock market. But then he delved into it a little more. It's just like, let's see like what else it can predict. In 2009, it came up with a prediction of the future, that there was going to be a battle in the air with the military and UFOs, and that even UFOs would be fighting UFOs.
Whoa.
But there had to be a trigger to
set it in motion.
Yeah, set it in motion. It said that when this trigger happens, then 39 days later, this prediction will come true. Here's the crazy part. 2009. The trigger was Donald Trump would be interviewed by Joe Rogan.
Bro, no.
Nuh-uh.
No way, dude. That's crazy.
Oh, I can't tell if we'll see. We'll see, because the point is, who knows, who's to say? I just think that's interesting. If that is true, if they said that, if that was said in 2009, that Donald Trump would be interviewed by Joe Rogan, how would that even make sense? He didn't even have anything back then in 2009. I don't know. I might call BS on this one. All right. Well, that's it for today's Eerie TikTok dive. Hey, if you have any creepy clips or scary ones that you want me to react to, then just let me know down in the comments down below. Also, please remember to check out my book on Amazon and just let me know what you think about it. And remember, the next Tales in the Night could be the one that keeps you up. So until then, stay safe. Stay spooky, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.